I desperately need a haircut.
Baka, ooh, ooh. Hey, Manga Tuesday.
Hi, I am DRC, and this is Facing the Wrong Way. Oopsie doopsie. Okie dokie Obi's here. Wrong! Okie dokie Darcy's here. And Manga Tuesday's here, because this is Manga Tuesday episode 6 to the 4. My man. Today I'll be reviewing a manga. Wow, shocker. Today I'll be reviewing a manga, specifically Blade of the Immortal. And I'm not going to hedge any bets here, I'm just going to jump straight into it. It sucks. Now, it is a lot more nuanced than that, so we will discuss the positives and negatives of it. I mean, it'd be a pretty pointless video if I didn't, if I just read out what the title says and like, okay, thanks for watching, bye-bye, the end. Blade of the Immortal is one of your stereotypical samurai battle shonen manga. Unfortunately, that's one of the big problems with it. It's very cliche, and unfortunately, it doesn't really add anything new or innovative to the genre like other past samurai manga have, like Vagabond or Naruto. I have all the omnibuses. I think they're 3-in-1s, although they may be 2-in-1s, not sure, but there's 10 omnibuses, and that is the full collection. And that's another problem. There's a lot of volumes. These are thick volumes, and there's 10 of them. Fucking 10 volumes alone would be fucking crazy long, but these are fucking omnibuses, so it's really like 20 or 30 volumes. If you can't tell your story in a more succinct way, you're really just rambling and, taking too long to explain things that don't need that long to explain, sort of repeating yourself over and over and over and over and just dragging it out for the sake of dragging it out. You need to be more succinct and poignant, and you need to be more direct to the point. You should be able to convey the story or what you're trying to tell, or just anything you're trying to say. You should be able to express it in the fewest and most simple words possible, or else it's really a mute point. I started reading Blade of the Immortal last year, about halfway through the year-ish, and I didn't get very far into it. I only got like a couple of chapters into it, because I wasn't really feeling it in the moment, and that's another problem. It didn't click with me. I wasn't really feeling it. It was a bore. It was a chore. It was just like, it just felt like all these ideas that I'm seeing, these fucking samurai cliche tropes, have all been done before and done better. Why would I waste my time reading this? I could just reread Naruto for the 3rd time. Or I could fucking go rewatch the Vagabond anime again. Those would both be better uses of my time than really putting the time in to get through this fucking slog, this chore of a read. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, hey Darcy, what the H is Blade of the Immortal exactly? I've never even heard of it. And that's another problem, basically no one's heard of it. It's very unknown, no one really fucking knows about it, and that's why I think it's a good thing that I'm doing this review, to spread the word of Blade of the Immortal. As I like to call it, B-O-T-I. Botty. It's not very well known, and there's a good reason for it not being well known, is because it's not very good. Not many people are going to seek it out and look into something that's not very well received. Also, I think a big part of it has to do with the fact that it doesn't have an anime. Anime, I mainly read manga. I watch, a bit of anime, but I more spend my time reading manga because I prefer it. I think it's better. But a lot of manga don't get recognition until they get an anime, and that's when they explode in popularity. And Blade of the Immortal has never had an anime. And I'm sure some of you fucking anime historian nerds out there are like, yeah, you're wrong, the Notorious one, you are wrong. There actually has been a fucking anime. There was some short bullshit adaptation of Blade of the Immortal, so there was an anime. And to that I say, thanks for making my point for me. So even with an anime, still no one's heard of it and no one gives a fuck about it. So that just proves how shit it really is, you fucking idiot. You just made my argument for me. So that's what happens when you try to come up with a fucking strawman argument and try to use it against me, I'll just bat you down. You just proved my own point for me. I bet you feel real stupid now, you stupid idiot. But fuck you. Also, one of the main characters is retarded. Like, literally, mentally retarded. It's kind of upsetting. I'm going to kind of get into a bit of spoilers, but it's not really. It happens within the first chapter or two. So, it's not really spoilers, and if you think it is, go fuck yourself. But the samurai guy, like, kills, it's his sisters, I think. I think he kills her fucking husband, or husband-to-be. They have a word for that, don't they? I don't know what it is, but because I don't care. But he kills her husband-to-be in front of her, I think, and then it just makes her retarded, basically reverts her mind to that of a child, and she's like, goo goo gaga goo goo, hey big baba baba boo boo baba booey. It's kind of sad and depressing. It's a little too deep and dark, I think, for what's a fucking shonen, fucking ninja-esque, samurai-esque fucking adventure battle shonen manga, which is, if you know what shonen means, if you know the definition of shonen, it's targeted at kids. So this type of heavy themes and topic material is a little too heavy for a child. If a child tried to carry these heavy topics, they would stumble and trip and fall and collapse under the enormous weight. Kind of like how Alexa Bliss's face was crushed under the enormous weight of Nia Jax's ass. Yes, the heavy topics in this are as heavy as Nia's. Point is, it's a little too mature when it's clearly directed at kids. So this manga is filled with problematic problems. I do like the covers though. If I was to judge a book by the cover, particularly this one I'm really fond of, but all of the covers are really beautiful covers. So if I was to judge a book by the cover, I would say it's a phenomenal manga, a must read. But as we all learned in primary school, never judge a book by the cover, because this sucks. That's my basic synopsis. That's the basic gist of it all, really, is that Blade of the Immortal sucks. Would not recommend. You would be much better. I would much instead recommend that you watch all of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and then you can start catching up on Boruto. Speaking of Naruto, get fucked, Israel! Ada suck my balls, the legendary Polish power, and the newly acquired legendary Polish patience, Jan Blachowicz, whatever. UFC mans know. Also, shout out to Peter Yarn. Anyway, if you've made it this far into the video and you haven't figured it out, I'm trolling you idiots. Gotchas again. I just do it for the clicks. I just figured that maybe reviewing Blade of the Immortal would say with the title Blade of the Immortal sucks might get me more clicks. Instead of just putting a review, maybe I need more catchy, zingier titles to drag people in. So this is a test. So I actually don't hate Blade of the Immortal. All of what I said was a joke. It's not serious. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this experiment goes. Unfortunately, I think maybe I may have made a misstep in doing it about Blade of the Immortal, because I mean, Blade of the Immortal really is. No one really knows about it. No one really talks about it. No one really gives a shit about it. So it might not drag people in. Also, people might not care if I say it sucks, because it's not that good. It's not very well received, and not many people even know about it. So if people already hate it and they see a title they agree with, because they know it sucks already, they're probably not going to click on the video. So I might have fucked up. But this is an experiment. This is what Manga Tuesday is, you know. We're just throwing things out, seeing what sticks to the wall. Ow. So to give it an actual real rating, it's pretty good. I quite like it. So a legit real rating, I would give it a 4.5. A 4 1/3 out of 10. Comey can't be reviewed, still can't be reviewed for reasons. It'll happen eventually. You know, maybe not next week, maybe in a month from now. I don't know. Whatever, get over it. Also, I've actually pre-recorded the outro because I've never been able to keep the slicked back hair slicked back until the end, because really what the slicked back hair is, it's just I have a shower before I film and I just push it back with water. So it's just water, just because it's wet is what's keeping it back. But I usually start shaking my head around like a crazy person, and the slick back hair can never make it to the end of the episode. So this time I pre-recorded the end of the episode at the start so I could just use it into, but now this time I haven't gone crazy. It's fucking made it. So I guess I'll go crazy now and then we'll go to the ending because there's nothing really else to say. Yeah, now I'm gonna go get a towel. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. We're gonna cut to the outro that I pre-recorded. So let's cut to that right now. Position. So I guess that pretty much sums things up. There's really nothing else left to say. It's all been said already. I've said everything right now. I've already said everything that I could possibly say. So thank you for watching, and as always, this is America.
It's just another Tuesday. Tuesday. And if you were in for a spell where it falls into an order, you can help them. Well, yeah. No.
The time has come. The time has passed.